and I'd like to thank Deputy Carol Nolan, for allowing me to take this slot. To ask the Minister for Transport to address concerns that the haulage and logistics sector is under significant financial and operational pressure due to the increase of carbon tax and the lack of available HGV drivers. If the Department has conducted any assessment on the supply chain repercussions of these challenges, and if you would make a statement on the matter. Thank you.
Deputy, for raising this matter. My response to Deputy O'Rourke's question earlier outlines the position in relation to the driver shortage and increasing fuel costs for the haulage sector. I'll focus here on the overall position, Deputy, in relation to the road haulage sector and supply chain issues. So the programme for government includes a commitment to publish a 10-year haulage strategy, the first of its kind in Ireland, which will be focused on improving efficiencies, standards and helping the sector move to a low-carbon future. A public consultation was held earlier this year, and responses to that consultation are currently being examined. Other forthcoming government policies and initiatives include the Climate Action Plan and the new Road Safety Strategy that will be relevant in the context of developing this new road haulage strategy. So the intention is to carry out a further consultation on the draft strategy, and these initiatives have been published. Like many other sectors, the road haulage sector is facing the dual challenges of rising costs and labour shortages. The latest Consumer Price Index release from September 2021 show prices on average were 3.7% higher in September 2021 year on year. The highest increases were in transport and fuel costs. In relation to the shortage of HGV drivers, the National Logistics and Supply Chain Skills Group, chaired by my department, has been taking action since it was established in 2019 on future skills needs across all areas of the supply chain. All relevant departments and agencies, as well as the haulage and logistics sector, are represented on this group, and I've asked the group to examine the HGV driver shortage issues and make recommendations. And in the meantime, as I said earlier to Deputy O'Rourke, I've been working with colleagues across government to help address the current difficulties. For example, engaging with Minister English, and following those discussions, the quota for employment permits for HGV drivers from outside the EU is being removed. The Road Safety Authority is pursuing HGV driver licence exchange agreements in non-EU countries, and I've held a range of meetings with the sector, as well as writing to the education training boards to offer support for the many HGV driver courses offered by the ETBs right across the country.
1.5 million Irish homes are to be retrofitted with the support state through SEAI. It was costed by Eamon Ryan at costing €8 billion. The SEAI are costing it at 35 billion over 35 years as per their website under deep retrofit. Do you know that a house will burn in 1 year what a truck will burn in 1 week? What I am asking you today, help the obvious and cut emissions. There are 5 million kilometres to be covered daily by trucks in order to keep Ireland moving. How much could be achieved if the national fleet was upgraded to Euro 6 engines? Why is 45% of our national fleet over 10 years old? And the lack of investment or incentives for haulers to upgrade their trucks. The value of an older truck, Euro 2, Euro 3, Euro 4 and Euro 5 vehicles went down in the UK, and guess what? We bought them. What I'm trying to say to you here, Minister, is a Euro 6 truck engine will reduce emissions at a cost of only 108 million, and you're spending 8 billion in the houses which burn 1 tank of fuel for a house is 1 tank of fuel for a week for a truck.
Thank you, Deputy. And just in relation to this is the Climate Action Plan, which will be produced later today, we're going to need emissions reductions across every single sector, and transport, as we're all aware, and I'm acutely aware, being in the department, has one of the bigger challenges in this area. And what we need to do is ensure that we can support the sectors that need the support most. We need to ensure that we have a robust supply chain, and that is why I'm engaging with the Irish Road Haulage Association, the FTAI, the logistics sector, ensuring that we can have a robust system. So it is obviously, I spoke earlier about the diesel rebate scheme. That is just one part of it, but as part of our 10-year haulage strategy, and that's what we need to be looking at. Where is the sector over the next 10 years? And now with COVID, with Brexit, this is really a good opportunity now to ensure that we have a fit-for-purpose sector that is responding not only to the climate crisis, but is also able to ensure that we have a robust supply chain and we can keep foods, products on our shelves.
Mr. Minister, the national HGV fleet Arctics are 24,000 vehicles responsible for 86% of the movement of goods for the Irish economy to function doing 1.9 billion kilometres per year as per CSO figures. This equates to over 5 million kilometres per day and over 1.5 million litres of fuel consumed per day. This works out at nearly 500 litres per truck per week, which supports the statement that a truck burns in a week what a house will burn in a year. There are 10,800 trucks over 10 years old in this country. To upgrade these vehicles to a Euro 6 engine is only costing 108 million, not 8 billion. The upgrade of these fuel rebates could be tied in as an incentive. And last year, 330,000 new trucks were sold in Europe. That, to me, confirms that the only way of moving our goods in Europe is by trucks. Let's incentivise the trucks and bring in the Euro 6 engines, reduce our emissions.
Thank you, Deputy.
Common sense.
Minister to conclude.
Thank you, Deputy. And look, I share your concerns in relation to ensuring that we have the supports in place. There has been we introduced a grant scheme for alternatively fuelled HGV vehicles, and the uptake was extraordinary, which shows that there is a demand out there for this, and we need to do more. And there are obviously technological, advances that will be required for the sector. And I take your point that we do need HGV drivers. We can look at other things through the 10-year haulage strategy about that last mile of delivery and what we can do to help reduce emissions. And this is why we have opened the public consultation, and we've had very positive engagement from the sector, but we need the sector to help us, to help government, to help them to ensure that we have a fit-for-purpose sector where we can reduce emissions, but at the same time do it in a way that is fair, and that is we are leading the way. We are leading the way, and at the same time, Deputy, I heard your point very clearly, Deputy, and I am responding to you. And I hear these concerns every day. I have met with the IRHA, FTAI, and I know their concerns.
Thank you,
and what we want to do is to reduce our emissions, and at the same time ensure that we have a fit-for-purpose logistics and supply chain sector. Thank you.
You've had your say. Thank you. The next question.